U.S. political analyst Eric Ham. Eric, thanks as always for joining us.
It's good to be with you, Roger. Thanks for having me.
Can we expect much to come out of this summit, or do we not know because it's Donald Trump?
We simply do not know. Every time we hear Donald Trump speaks, the goalpost continues to move. Where he is right, and what we do all agree on is with that Truth Social post, is that the stakes are in fact high. In fact, in a column that I wrote for CTV, I said this is Donald Trump's wobbly moment. We all, of course, remember that moment where UK's former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher said to George H.W. Bush in the lead up to war with Saddam Hussein, don't go wobbly. Now is not the time to go wobbly. And clearly now is not the time for Donald Trump to continue to give Vladimir Putin the kid gloves treatment, which we continue to see over and over. And that is why you had the unprecedented moment of European leaders as well as Volodymyr Zelensky actually meeting with Donald Trump in the lead up to this meeting to help navigate his course in the sit down with Vladimir Putin today.
How can the two of them come away from this with a win where neither can be seen blinking? Because I can't see either of them blinking, but how could they possibly come away with a win for both of them in this?
Well, already Vladimir Putin has won. He gets a meeting with the U.S. president on U.S. soil. So this is already a win for him. I think what we're seeing from Vladimir Putin also is an effort to try to stall on sanctions and other recriminations that may or may not be coming from the United States and Europe, while also continuing to incrementally advance on the battlefield in Ukraine. What, of course, Donald Trump wants more than anything is to deliver on his signature campaign promise, which is a ceasefire and a peace agreement. That simply is not going to happen today. The president himself has even walked that back. And we know already, because both Europe and Ukraine have already made clear that they will not negotiate land swaps for peace, that has put Donald Trump in a box in terms of what he can deliver today. And so I think what we're going to see from both men today is, of course, coming out of this, making clear that they are just continuing negotiations, continuing talks, while nothing actually happens. And what Donald Trump has said is he wants to see a three-way summit where Volodymyr Zelensky is brought to the table. Of course, the question becomes, will Putin actually agree to something like that? Russia has been very clear in terms of what it wants. And Putin has made clear, too, that he is unwilling to meet with Zelensky because he simply doesn't see Zelensky as a credible leader.
Okay. Eric, thanks as always for your insight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
CTV News U.S. political analyst Eric Ham.